Thank you. And Madam Chair, thank you for the time. I'd like to associate my remarks with Representative Biggs and Representative Donalds. Historically, decades and even a century from now, folks are going to be looking at how the United States handled the coronavirus, and I really believe the Biden border crisis. And these are things that would be wonderful if this committee, and we're really perfectly poised to deal with things just like this. The lab leak theory is the story of the century. Is it true? And we should do everything we can to foster finding out the truth. And also with the Biden border crisis, having visited the border, being a border state, the things that frighten me are the drug cartels are de facto in charge of our southern border, and they create misery. And I think everybody on this committee, in fact, for that matter, the folks in our chamber, no one's going to sympathize with the drug cartel. So how active are they? Because the folks that are coming from Central America, so many of them are being provided free transit and then working essentially as indentured servants. I've also read, because again, we're a border state and I've been researching this for over a decade, that a very high percentage of women that migrate from Southern Mexico and Central America are either raped or sexually assaulted along the journey. These are kinds of things that I think everybody on this committee would be in favor of getting to the bottom and stopping evil. So I wanted to thank my colleagues for their remarks. I'm trying to get my arms around this and simplify things. I know it's difficult as a former business owner to operate in a very imperfect world. And particularly when you're you're making and producing products that are tragedies that'll occur. And I thought initially reading the materials that we were talking about single digits here. 97 is an alarming number, a frightening number. And so I wanted to ask quickly, and I don't have a lot of time, but Mr. Kreitz, did you just say in your testimony about 30 minutes ago that you were personally unaware of any fatalities until 2020? Did I get that right?
That was only in relation to the glider, the 4-in-1 glider, not the rock and play.
Okay, so when were you made aware of some fatalities with the rock and play, what is it, the sleeper?
Yeah, the company first learned about it in 2012.
2012. Is that when, were you the CEO then? Were you working?
No, I joined the company in April of 2018.
2018, okay, thank you. All right. So, Mr. Scothen, were you, how long have you been with the company?
My total tenure with the company is 20 years. I was with Mattel up until approximately 2011-12. I left and came back in January of 2018 as so the head of Fisher-Price.
Okay, so you were there when Australia, I guess what, did they ban it or they ever even allow it to be sold in the first place?
Yeah, so to be clear, I did not have responsibility on Fisher-Price during that period of time. I was in a Mattel role, but not on the infant and preschool business, but I can speak to that. It's my understanding that we were reaching out, we were considering the launch of the product, and it was the Australian regulatory group that was not comfortable with that. And as we do with many products, we work with the local regulation groups to understand and be aligned. As a result, we did not launch the product in Australia.
Okay, so and my time is pretty much up, but I just wanted to say real quickly that it concerns me greatly that an American company would see that and have full knowledge that Australia and Canada wouldn't allow this product to be sold. And yet I just don't think, maybe it was the legal thing that, legally you could sell the product in the United States. I just don't feel it was the moral thing to do. When you're talking about 97 deaths, that's tremendous. And Madam Chair, my time's up, so I'll yield back.
Thank you. The gentleman's time has expired. Ms. Wasserman Schultz, you're recognized for your